Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very soothing honey, lime, and chamomile infusion. So, welcome back to the game. In the previous episode, we were adding in the mailroom, finishing off the library, and indeed adding in a bunch of helipads, 8 to be precise, all of which, assuming it's set correctly, have been set to only bring in items such as on deliveries, food, mail, things like that, as well as get rid of garbage and other exports. So we'll see how we get on with that one. I'm just going to run it for this session and see what happens in terms of the load distribution. And we want to crack on and basically finish off this left hand side. And also, I do think I will move the kennel down to here, which shouldn't. I was about to say it shouldn't take too long, but well, yeah. Anyway, so we can see that we've got 557 prisoners up for parole. I think the ideal ratio would be to have it slowly go down, but I don't know if just adding in one would suffice. We would have to probably add in the two. So if I was to do something like this and rotate it round, we would be able to fit it in. It would fit, and that would give us some solitary as well. And the question is, do we want to do that? I think the answer is yes. However, we can probably just do it manually. So over to rooms and to our parole, and obviously this will help us as well with getting more people through the system, and that would give us some money, which is obviously something we are desperately short of at this stage. Oh wait, I don't mean that. We've got the odd bit of cash, haven't we? Yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, let's go ahead and add in this 1, 2. I think it goes there, and we'll put in all of the flooring. Actually, we're going to do the same down here, so I might as well just go for extra parole. We got 14 parole at the moment. Good grief, I didn't realise it was that much. Well, it will actually be more once we've added in this, so 16 in total. I should point out that were we to move over from low risk and go medium high supermax, which is still on the cards, but realistically it would take forever. But let's not get onto that right now. These paroles here, we wouldn't need 5, is what I'm saying. We wouldn't really need 5, I don't believe, because... Sorry, 5? Where have I got 5 from? We wouldn't need the 16 that we've got. Sorry, the reason I said 5 is because I was looking at the distance for here. I'm just going to try and copy this thing, although have we got the right size? Is it a different size? It can't be a different size, surely. No, it's just that, isn't it? It's just a slightly different layout. Okay, continue on then. And we've got the parole there, and we just have 2. It's actually 2. Gap of 2 goes there. Then that goes across, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should be correct. Internal of 5. Yep, that's actually all good. Okay, so we'll finish this little bit off. And as I said, this is going to be the solitary as well as the 2 paroles, and that's going to get more people through the system, and, well, hopefully it will function. Visitor table will go at the back here. Where have we got it? We've got it set off just a bit of 2 distance off from that point, and in this area we need to have in some doors, which will be visitor doors. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got it paused because otherwise it's just a bit of a nightmare. And at the front, is that a remote door or is that a solitary door? It is a standard solitary door. So we'll put that in. Over to doors and to solitary door. Not secure, just a solitary door. Oh, actually, because of the distance from that, it might be better to just use a large jail door. And that makes it a little bit different, but it's not as secure. But I don't think it's a big issue. So, which way have we got these set up? Yeah, so it's external facing. So it is that way and that way. Rotate round like that, and finally solitary, we'll just designate it like that. Yep, and we do have toilets as well, so I'll have to crack on with that one, but it shouldn't be an issue. And then finally, toilets, which are actually at the top there. And that's going to give us a couple of decent things. Firstly, we can have more people going into solitary. If you see, there's 5 awaiting at the moment, so that'll all be fixed. And oh yeah, here we go. Here's here's the fleet of helicopters that are descending on our incarceration facility. Right, where they're gonna land? Gonna land around here, maybe? Yeah, and I don't know what they're going to do. It says, oh, they've got toilets and they've got large jail doors. So it's all delivery stuff. Let's just speed it up to a slightly faster speed. And even though that the stuff's been dropped off, or well, this has been, it's landed and they are taking stuff off here, it's not taking up room on the road. So it means that we are not having the road completely backed up, waiting for more things. I think it is fair to say that I probably should have added in the helipads a lot quicker. Not like, several. Well, what episode is this? If it's not 40, it's very close to 40. Anyway, so the workers are cracking on with all of that stuff. I do want to, like I say, move over this and put it in here. I don't know what the best course of action would be. Would we need to dismantle it first? Go to dismantle objects and just remove all of these things? Yes, we can do that, but I'm going to do it after this room has been built. We want to finish off these rooms. Actually, speaking of these rooms, a couple of things that is going to be required here. Over to objects into lights, and we'll actually place some lights in here. At the moment, there aren't any, and well, yeah, that makes for a bit of an issue when it comes to filling in forms when you're trying to do parole. You can't actually see what's being written there. Again, loads more deliveries all coming via the helipad. Oh no, we do have some come by the truck, and we have got that set correctly. If we go to logistics and to transport, see the transport preferences for the road, we've got everything set to the standard procedure, so that's not a problem. We also went ahead and increased our laundry, which is still glitching out at times. If we go down the bottom here, we can see that is still broken. People have suggested removing laundry baskets. That's apparently the offending thing, but I don't know exactly the cause, because these ones are working and there's actually nothing to clean over there. I'm guessing that this top one is the same. It is the same. Oh no, they're actually cleaning some more stuff. We will have to buy some more stuff in as well, because I did delete a lot of the stuff that was sitting in and around here. So, yeah. Just went past the 900,000, and it's still ridiculous to say numbers like that in this game. 900,000 for our bank balance there. In terms of our reform, we are on 33%. Punishment is 5. Reforms 5. Work experience is 1. I would like to think that would maybe not increase in this here, because, well, the additional, was it 13 times 4 bits? It's a drop in the ocean when it comes to over 1,000 prisoners. So, yeah. We can see that the parole is being pretty much sorted. We will have to put the flooring in. Obviously, that's something we'll have to look at doing. And what have we got in here? So we've got metal flooring, the grates inside the solitary, and we have the mosaic in the parole. So we'll let them crack on with all of that. We can see that the issue at this stage is we should probably put in the door servo. So 1 door servo there, 1 door servo there. I believe it will be connected up, so there's not a problem. And we'll have to put in some water pipes as well, which shouldn't take... Yeah, it's not a huge effort. The main water line is just to the right-hand side of that building. We can also see we've got a couple of water mains, well, the smaller pipe connecting up here. I mean, we can just sell that, because, again, we need the money. And there we go, that's all set. So, that's good, that's good. We'll make sure this is all finished before we put the flooring in. We'll make it a bit easier for us. And is that more helicopters? Yeah, there's some more helicopters coming. So, the trucks and such, they've been massively reduced in terms of them coming and going. So that's all right. Hopefully it will, positively affect the facility. A couple more bits to finish off, like not being enclosed. I guess we'll order up. Do we want to order the stuff now? No, as I said, I think I'll wait for some of it. Actually, that parole is done. Oh, did I not put any doors on this one? I'm guessing I didn't. So doors. 1, 2. There we go. So over the flooring, we've got mosaic. The top one's already done. This one's now set. And we'll do the same for these 2 paroles. That's mostly set as well, actually. So that's okay. We'll have to build along here. It's a bit difficult when they haven't fully finished the building, and it's in there as well. These ones not so much. Actually, how have I done that? How's that been? Oh yeah, it is actually a bit different. I'm gonna remove that, which is going to remove the water main. Yep, okay, that's something I'm gonna have to redo. So over to water. We got these small pipes. Don't know why I got so many small pipes in storage. It seems that they're not. They're not. We don't need them in that quantity. I don't know why they are like they are. Looks like this door servo is in, as is the one at the top actually. So we can go to wiring, and I'm going to double check what is wired to what. So we've got the. Where is it? Phone tap. Door servo. So it's this one, and wow, all this time I haven't even had these door servos wired. Actually no, that is not the case. The door servos have been wired originally. When we moved over to the other areas, that's just one bit that I've obviously forgot to do. But no matter, I can't say that we've seen any big issue, because when prisoners are escorted from the solitary area, they're escorted with a guard who has a key for the front door anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's only really for actually people going in to clean it, so I don't think really we need the setup there. But we've got it set up there, so we'll continue on with that. Lots of additional exports now with the letters. We can see we've got parcels and parcels, bundles and bundles of letters, and a lot of these recycling bags are being brought over to the helicopters. And again, hardly a truck in sight. Certainly not environmentally friendly, having a helicopter flying in to drop off potatoes on an area that's very easily accessible by road. But, well, we'll gloss over that. It is digital pixels after all. Are there non-digital pixels? Does those exist? I'm guessing so. Anyway, we have lots of early prisoner release reward, which is good. And still waiting for this to be completed. I don't know why they have not yet got around to it, but it looks like the solitary is working because someone's been put there. So that's okay. The parole rooms are technically done, so I can go over to our programs and start parole hearing. And has that added another one in? Indeed it has. So I'm just going to go I'm going to pause it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's not count, because as I'm clicking and doing this, it's not really working as intended. I think if we were to go over to edit schedule, we would see the calamity of it. Alright, so there's some more in. And doesn't feel like we can add a lot more, but then again, we have added in an extra 4 parole, so let's put another 4 in. Feels like, oh, there we go, perfect. The last one needs to be changed up, and now it has been. Excellent. Okay, so that means that we have many more parole. It says 543 prisoners are up for parole. So that does mean that we're on a positive rating for that. It is going down, which is good. 4 prisoners due to release soon, and they're just about finishing off the left-hand side. Double check deployment to see that, yep, that is still set correctly. So that's fine. We have We have these almost done. That guy wants to go in and install a water pipe, so we'll allow them to do so. Still a bit of carpet left in here, but they'll get on with the rest of it. We haven't done a tunnel search in quite some time, so we will search. Apparently it's only 27 places at this stage. I'm not too sure why. And so a bit of a fight over here. Duncan Hale was fighting there. Attacked prisoner and attacked staff. I say Duncan Hale was fighting. This guy's extremely volatile. This is Ian Locke, so maybe those were maybe that person was the instigator. Who knows? So, once this is done, there's all the mailbags. Yeah, once this is done, we'll have to work on over here. No, over here. Dismantle all this stuff, move it down. That would help out as well, just because of the distance to the middle. So it's just a little bit less, less for them to travel distance-wise. Appears that the workers are they on strike? I didn't get the memo, if so. And, oh, good grief. Right, frame rate, dying. We're still searching these toilets. I'm going to have to turn that off. Turn off all sectors. We don't need to finish searching that. Alright. So, we have the pipes still to be placed. Are these still ordered? There are orders for it. It says install, but it's not queued. Sorry, it's queued, but it's not been assigned to someone. That's strange. The workers must have other things on. Our 100 workers that we have. These are all missing doors, but that's on me, that one, I'm guessing. Walls and doors. Doors. Secure door. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Flooring. Concrete tiles. Grates, which go on the back. And we'll do the same thing over here. The rest of it is queued correctly. And there we go. Okay. So lots of deliveries. Unsorted mail. Recycling bags. Lots of unsorted mail. Wow. Okay. Piece that the workers are carrying... No, the workers are not carrying food. I was going to say they shouldn't do anyway. And we're going to get 58 minimum security prisoners. And because of our addition of the 8 helipads, they should arrive via the road without any incident. There's a lot of the flooring going in, which we've ordered that. Oh, and also we can see Parole. So lawyer, forest, steel, and Venny, as well as other things going on here. We do have this guard patrolling near this Parole, and we got one over there as well. I think it's probably worth doing the same thing over here. Over to deployment and patrols, and we'll have a, what have we set that up as? A blue patrol, which will run down to there. Doesn't need to go any further, and we'll just assign a guard to that. And it just means that if anything happens, then, you know, they're around to potentially fix any issues there. Alright, and here's our intake. It's been a while since we've checked out our intake. Ex-law enforcement, dealer, ex-law enforcement, snitch, green thumb, ex-prison guard, federal witness, instigator, supplier, another supplier, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unknowns, another ex-law enforcement, and with green thumb, foodie. Yeah, there's some traits there. There are definitely some amount of trait. So it's just the other little bits here to finish off. I'm very hesitant to right-click at times because often you end up cancelling the thing that you're trying to fix, like the flooring. But it does say construct. It has got a to-do list there, so they will get on. They'll be on top of it eventually. And no, that is ordered. That is construct. Okay, right. So while they're doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to shift over the kennel. So arguably this was a bit of a oversight on my part by putting it here in the first place, but well, it's not something that's come final, is it? So what we're going to do is we're going to move the kennel, and the kennel is going to go down here. Obviously, temporarily, the doggos will not have any place to go. This area, by the way, I'm not even too sure what we're going to have it as. There's not been any big thought over that. Dog crates, we can see, are going up, so I can rotate the crates and click and drag to there. Similar thing on this side, although we just missed that bit. And there's some more missed. And what we'll do is we'll have some in the centre. I'm just going to get the dog balls in first. Just get the dog balls in first. And then at least it functions. And then we can add in the other crates. What sort of alignment can we have? So we have 3 objects like that. Tunnel, no. Ooh. Could be legitimate, but I think they'd go left. Anyway, 3, gap of 2, then 3. And then 3, gap of 2, then 3. And then you've got this gap here. If I was to really, really squish this in, which we could do, have 3, 3, 3, 3. They'll be facing there. Okay, we're going to just give ourselves some breathing room and have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. So crate, 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 crate. Yeah, all facing in. That's very doable. That is very doable. I think we can manage that. Just worried about that flag, whether it is legitimate or not. Let's just search out of interest tunnels. I don't think it's going to help. It normally doesn't find anything. Danger level is low. Sticking about low. Lots of prisoners say they're well treated. Staff morale is high. Prisoners being calmed. Some saying they've been unnecessarily searched recently. The needs, apart from privacy, is pretty much all good. The privacy thing we just can't alter because everyone's in dormitories. Clothing is, I think, trending in the right direction. Literature certainly is. And luxuries, well, that hasn't really had much of a change. Are we still waiting for that tile? Yes, we are. We are waiting for that tile. How curious. So it looks like the dog crates have been delivered, which is good. Let's add in some more. We do have 23 available. I mean, would it be possible to put one there and rotate it, and then no? Would it be too close? I'll double check it again, but I'm fairly confident it was correct. So it would be 6, and then it would be 6. Yeah, and then you'd have no gap in the middle. I think you can walk over the balls, but it just doesn't sit right with me. So what we'll do is we'll have a gap 1, 2, 3. Is there a middle? There is. You know what? I'm just going to put 3 there and 3 there, and then it's just going to go all the way down. And then we've got this gap at 2 where we can add additional stuff in if we wanted to. Like we could have the crates this way. We shall see. Right, which way was the correct orientation? I think it's that. And no, cancel. It is this. Something like that. Like that. And then the dog balls. like so. And finally, we're going to have the flooring, lined tiles, and it was reclaimed rubber. And there we go, 16 grand on reclaimed rubber. This area here, not too sure what I'm going to set it to, if anything. We don't need to set it to anything. I will put a couple of lights in it though, just for the sake of aesthetics. And we'll turn off that tunnel search. Okay, well, that should hopefully help out. Reoffending rate is still at 33%. If we check prison grading here, this is down to 26%, so I don't know what to believe. 1,139 prisoners have been paroled early. And, looking at our bank balance, we are just about to head over to that million mark. Yeah. And, barring any changes, I think that's it. The idea was to turn the entire left-hand side to move the staff-only areas to the right-hand side. Ooh. Prisoner... Oh, extremely volatile and foodie. Killed by an armed guard with a shotgun. Yep, they were not putting up with any of that nonsense. So yes, the original idea was to move everything from the left-hand side over to the right, which we did. The addition of the massive staff room, security, better toilet facilities, better kitchen facilities. Obviously, we've got the doggo holding solution system 3.0 now, actually. We've got the staff canteen and staff room. That's set to staff room, yeah. Obviously, armory and training room. We've also got the forestry, which we're not really doing anything with. And is it what want the 120? I think wind solar hybrids, which is giving us a ridiculous amount of money. On top of that, we've had another fight. Snitching ex-law enforcement killed for being a snitch. Yeah, and we've added in a very well-stocked library. Looking at that, that is very impressive. We've added in the mailroom, which doesn't seem to be working as before. Obviously, more parole, which we are chewing through all of those requests. We've got extra solitary. Just going to double check that it is actually set to solitary. It is. That's fine. And yeah, that is pretty much it. And to top it off, we have over 1 million generic units of currency in the bank. So we are going to leave it there for now. That has been a bit of Prison Architect, and I guess maybe the end of the mega facility. There's been several changes made throughout its build. One would expect it, with being the size that it is and the scope, but I have enjoyed it. Only a couple of things spring to mind. Well, 3 main things. Firstly, we don't have anything for protective custody. It would be a very easy solution to basically clone one of these cell blocks, kitchen, canteen, all of this stuff down here, the lot, and just place it somewhere in this huge area we have on the right-hand side. And then all of these like entranceways, we're just going to bolt on additional things. Like, we're not going to have visitation, but we would have a couple of parole over there and some solitary, just some basic stuff, and we would have that on the right-hand side. It is very doable, but what it adds to the facility, well, it would add more security for the prisoners, we understand that, but it was never in the original build, and it was never really it wasn't really the scope of the build. It was just to get thousands of prisoners, and we've certainly achieved. Not the 2,000, but certainly the 1,616 is our max capacity, and we've done that. So I'm not convinced that spending a lot of time, when I say a lot of time, you would see me next episode, clone this, click, and then that would be it. So we'd be waiting for it to be built. Not that entertaining. So I don't know if we're going to go down that route. The second one, thought is go low, medium, high, supermax. We've already seen the issues with the inmates medium, so max, second, supermax. It would just be endless amounts of just hearing the shotgun noise and pop-ups on the right-hand side saying, oh, look, there's been another death. So I don't know how entertaining that would be. And the third thought is, if we aren't going to continue with this, what next? What would you like to see? Let me know your preferences in the comments, and I'll take that under advisement, and we'll see how we get on, whether it be following on to a couple of the options that we've mentioned, or, well, do a new series, do something else, whatever. We shall see. As always, the fun will be in finding out. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.